Holy shit. Jonathan.
Hey, Hattie.
Oh my God. How long has it been? 4 years?
5 and change.
So tell me, how was life on the other side?
It was good, Hattie. Far better than I deserved.
I've never seen you like this.
Like what?
Vulnerable.
I'm retired.
Not if you're drinking here, you're not.
It is a pleasure having you with us again, Mr. Wick.
Welcome back to the Cinema Clubhouse podcast. I am Travis.
I'm Will.
And in this podcast, we talk about all things movie related. We do recasting, we make lists, and today, Will, what are we doing?
Well, Travis, being that we're in Valentine's season right now, I figured what better time than to show off our rom-com knowledge.
That's right.
So we're going to be talking some rom-coms.
Okay, I like it.
So we're taking a little bit of a different approach with this one.
In what way?
Well, not going to just straight up make our favorite rom-com lists. What we're going to do today is we're going to take movies or series that aren't set as the rom-com genre.
Okay.
And we're going to pitch some elevator pitches for sequels or movies within these franchises that could be spun as a rom-com.
Okay. A new take on the rom-com genre.
A new take.
I like it. A sequel to a movie that wasn't a rom-com, but now is.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Spice it up a little bit.
That's good. That means I need to come up with some ideas, Will. You didn't tell me I needed to do this.
I sure hope you're not coming up with these on the spot, Travis.
I'm not. Okay, so I think first let's talk about some romantic comedies that we like, that, you know, entertain us, that we go to as our go-to movies when we watch romantic comedies. I said go-to twice in a row.
You did.
But hey, we didn't say this podcast was going to be good. We just said welcome. All right, here we go. All right, so
Favorite rom-coms.
Favorite rom-coms. Let's get into it, Will. I'll tell you one of mine that I have loved for a very long time, and that is 50 First Dates.
Classic.
I love that movie so much. I think it's a great story. It's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. He has quite a few that I like, but I can always rewatch that one, and it still gives me the same feeling as the first time I watched it.
It's still in that time frame where he's cranking out a couple good movies.
Yeah.
At least good comedy movies.
That's right. Yeah. It was his pre-Netflix days where it took longer to make movies than, you know,
right.
We're going to go make a movie this weekend
Yeah.
type of thing. Yeah, no, 50 First Dates is a great one. It's a great story. It's a sweet story. And I mean, you get Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. Like, what else would you want?
I mean, you can't beat Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler.
No.
I mean, there's a number of, you know, actors that have been in multiple rom-coms together. They're kind of in that, I think, Mount Rushmore of rom-coms. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Wedding Crashers, 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other one.
Well, they're up there.
Blended, I think it was.
Blended?
Yeah, I don't even think I ever saw
You said
that
Wedding
one.
Crashers.
Did I?
Singers.
I meant the wedding singer, not Wedding Crashers.
I was like, I don't remember them. But, Will, I'll go with it.
I'd like to see that crossover.
Hey, maybe that's one of our sequels.
He's the wedding singer at the wedding that they're crashing.
Why didn't this happen?
We should have pitched that.
All right. We need to go back, redo it, okay, and then have him be the band at the wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So tell me some of yours, Will.
So rom-coms, it's a tough genre to kind of classify because you gotta have that nice balance of romance and comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a movie and you're like, is there enough comedy in this one to justify it as a rom-com?
Right.
Or is there enough romance in this one to justify it as a rom-com? Or is it a straight up comedy?
Right. Yeah. It's a thin line that we discussed earlier that we question a lot of these picks. Like, are these even rom-coms, or are they just comedies.
So I wouldn't necessarily consider this one like your prototypical rom-com,
Okay.
but Groundhog Day.
Oh, classic.
Not just one of my favorite rom-coms, and I am considering it a rom-com,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite movies of all time.
I mean, hey, it's got romance. It's got comedy.
Yeah.
It checked both boxes.
I feel like the romance has to be the main kind of
A central point.
of the movie, which it is in the Groundhog Day movie. But yeah, Groundhog Day is just one of those, no pun intended, just watch over and over and over.
That's right. That's right. You never stop.
Yeah, I love me a good time loop movie.
Yeah.
This is a time loop rom-com.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, Say No More.
Yeah. I mean, again, classic. It's a classic movie. Classic plot.
Yeah.
I agree. I like time loop movies because each time you watch one, they try to do something new with it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. It may not work as good as, some of the other ones, but,
And Groundhog Day is the standard by which
That's right.
other time loop movies.
That's right. So they all try to match that, but make it different.
And the romance in it is good too. I feel
Yeah.
like it's one of those where it's earned
Yeah,
throughout the movie, like
for sure.
he has his growing pains,
Yeah.
and part of getting out of the time loop is making right with her. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
That's a good one. Man, I want to go watch that right now.
let's do it.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. No, that's a good one. Another one I like a lot is 13 Going on 30.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Gardner and Mark Ruffalo.
Another number rom-com.
I just like the number rom-coms. I'm a sucker for them. No, that one's really good. I remember seeing that one in theaters. I can't tell you how old I was because that would require some math, and
Sure.
that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
No, that one's
Not
really
good
good.
TV.
That was my first introduction to Mark Ruffalo that I remember.
I think mine too.
So every time I saw him after that, I'd be like, "Oh, he's the guy from 13 Going on 30,"
Yeah.
which is probably a weird thing to point back to, but
I feel like a lot of people of our generation, obviously right now it's like Hulk,
yeah.
but before that, I think most people did know him as.
I mean, I don't think he'd been in a lot of
13
things.
going on 30.
At least been in a lot of things where he had a big role.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ones. But I loved in that movie. It was just a good story. I loved when they did the Thriller dance. Come on, that's always fun.
Classic scene.
I always love a good Thriller dance.
I think it's the first scene that most people think of. From
Yeah.
13 going on
I
30.
think so. It's a good one. But no, that's another one I love a lot. I've seen a bunch of times. It's just a fun watch. It's an easy watch. I enjoy it.
Him and Jennifer Garner have great chemistry.
They do. Yeah.
It's a good romance story. Like, they don't make the new girlfriend turn, fiance.
Yeah.
The bad person.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
typical like rom-com trope, making the boyfriend girlfriend that's like preventing the relationship from happening as like a total.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
jerk.
kind of like a fresh take on the genre.
Yeah.
And some time jumping. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Time. Well, we like these loops. We like
Time-
travel. We like
Time
we
and
like
love.
it all. Time and love.
Time and love.
Time is love. Will. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
What else you got? What else?
All right, I'll give you one more. And then
Okay.
then let's get into it.
All right.
This one I think is a little more of your typical rom-com. I'm going with Knocked Up.
Good one. Good one.
Is that the first Judd Apatow?
It's the first one
comedy,
I think it
might have
is.
been 40-Year-Old Virgin.
I
I
feel
think
like-
about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, Knocked Up.
Yeah.
Love Knocked Up when I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
A good romance story, a lot of great comedy.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Every rom-com needs a good jumping off point, and then,
For sure.
kind of turning things on its head with the whole pregnancy and
Yeah.
the relationship starting because of that, and
Yeah. That's a good one.
good.
I think
stoner
that. I mean,
comedy.
I feel like one of Seth Rogen's first big break.
major leading.
Yeah,
roles,
and really successful movie that kind of put him on the map in ways.
yeah, he was always kind of just the stoner friend.
Yeah.
Like even in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that kind of propelled him into leading star
Yeah,
kind
love
of
it.
role. But yeah, right in the peak of the Katherine Heigl rom-com.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, she had a
era.
bunch I think 27 Dresses
27
was
Dresses.
near that time.
Yeah.
Ugly Truth was not too far after that with Gerard Butler. Yeah, she had a run for a little while.
Yeah. She was kind of the rom-com queen.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Kind of almost took the torch from Meg Ryan almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, that's a good one, Will.
Yeah.
All right, so now what this episode is.
Yeah.
We're taking movies that aren't rom-coms, and the sequel is going to be a rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least we're going to try and make
We're going
it
to try
that.
to do it.
Again, it's hard to find that line.
Yeah.
Some of these may play more with the romance part of
and a little less with
rom-com.
the comedy.
You kind of got obviously these aren't fully fleshed out scripts.
Yeah, we don't
or
have the
anything.
full treatment,
Yeah, but just kind of taking that central conceit and running with it.
Okay.
And
I like it.
we'll see what we can do with it. All right, so I'll go first here. And
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of read through my notes. So not the best television, but
Hey, we didn't promise the best.
exactly.
We just promised something, and that's what you're
All
gonna
right.
get.
So my first pitch is set in the world of John Wick.
Perfect.
Can you imagine a John Wick rom-com?
I mean, I want to imagine
Yeah.
that.
Well, here you go. Here's my pitch.
Okay, I'm
All right.
ready.
So this one's set between the events of John Wick and John Wick 2. An unexpected romantic detour in the John Wick universe follows John as he briefly escapes the chaos of the criminal underworld for a single unforgettable night.
Love it.
So-
Love it.
I like to think of this as kind of John Wick meets Before Sunrise.
Okay.
So basically what happens is a highly skilled female assassin named Celeste is sent to kill John, a contract issued in the wake of his brutal return to the life he swore to leave behind. She studies every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, but when she finally tracks him down in a quiet New York alley, something stops her. Maybe it's the way he gently tells his dog to sit, or the weary, haunted look in his eyes. Whatever it is, she hesitates, and John, he's known she's been tailing him for hours.
I can just picture that scene right there.
Yeah.
Like some light from a door in the alley opens up, kind of illuminating the back of him, and
You can't sneak up on the Baba Yaga.
that's right. And he turns his hair slow motion.
So then it kind of unfolds. They have their meet cute. It comes at gunpoint. John is calm as ever and diffuses his situation with a simple, "You hungry?" And then instead of a fight to the death, they wind up at an all-night diner, sharing coffee, pancakes, and their weapons subtly placed between them on the table. The two assassins.
What does this diner think?
They're in a diner. Diners are open all night.
Typical Tuesday evening.
This is all night, right? So from there, it's like I said, it kind of unfolds like a Before Sunrise situation, a one-night romance. They kind of walk the city of New York, just discussing love and loss. John's still mourning his wife. This is obviously still pretty fresh from that, but isn't ready to love again. Celeste, raised in the world of contract killing, has never believed love was even an option. But for one night, they allow themselves to exist outside the rules.
That's good.
And so it kind of just follows them. They hit a jazz club. They walk through Central Park.
This could be a 4-part Netflix
I'd watch
in between. I'd watch it too.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
And ultimately, it comes down. There's no happy endings in the John Wick
That's right.
universe. John is still a marked man. Celeste still has a job to do. And so they end up leaving. The final moments are bittersweet. They know their paths can't really cross again. She's broken a contract. He's a wanted man.
It's touching.
Yeah.
It's touching. That's
Kinda
good.
fades away.
I'd watch that for sure. That's
Yeah.
great. That's
Yeah.
real good. Good job, Will.
I feel like, I could see, John Wick, the hardened assassin, like he found love once before,
That's right. He could do it again. It just shows you glimmers that, he still has that ability
yeah,
to love again.
exactly.
He's not ready, but it's still there.
He gets one night of reprieve, and then all hell breaks loose again, like it usually does.
Now we need to go back and maybe see if he has pictures of her. And he's constantly thinking about that night.
Yeah,
I like it, Will. I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
So now I got one. So mine is set in the world of Harry Potter.
Okay.
Okay. This takes place after the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Okay.
So this is set 5 years after that. And
So they're like what? Early 20s?
Yeah. Early 20s, early 30s, early teens, however old they are in those movies. No one ever remembers. So it's set 5 years after they defeat Voldemort. And this is kind of mimicking Meet the Parents. So we're going to call this Meet the Muggles.
Love it.
It follows Ron and Hermione as they go start their life together. But first, Ron needs to meet her parents and ask the dad for permission to marry her. Okay?
Classic scenario.
It's a classic scenario. What Ron doesn't know, though, is that Hermione has never told her parents about the wizarding world.
Oh, no.
So they think she just lives in a completely normal life in London and has no idea. So now, that puts Ron in a disadvantage.
Sure.
You're trying to impress the in-laws, but now you have this big secret that you can't tell them.
Perfect fish out of water situation.
I love it, So this is going to be set at Christmas time. So it's going to be a holiday rom-com where Ron and Hermione go back to her parents' house for Christmas. They're going to stay there, and Ron has to navigate this world that he's unfamiliar with and with no magic. So they just have normal appliances, normal things around the house. This is tough.
Yeah.
Ron, and it basically follows the storyline of Meet the Parents, but with the element of he can use magic if needed.
Yeah.
So I think what he would do is try to use magic where he could to make them like him.
Sure.
But of course it goes
secret.
In secret.
Yeah.
It goes horribly wrong. And you get all the tropes of this type of rom-com, but I think it'd be so funny. And I think, I'd buy it.
That's perfect.
We're out. There's no dark wizard anymore. It's just, now they're just
I mean, the
wizards.
movie hasn't been written, but this has definitely happened.
Yeah.
With the two of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this had to have happened.
Yeah.
So
we saw they got married.
They got married and had kids, and I'm sure...
He never met the parents? I mean...
I don't think so. Unless she never went back and fixed that and said, I'm out. Which would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be funny seeing Hermione just, cringe the whole time because Ron doesn't know how to be a muggle.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we've seen the Weasleys through 8 movies.
Well, yeah, and he relies on magic to bail him out of every situation. And now he's in the part where, and I think they would have...
Even that doesn't help most of the time.
No, it makes it worse. But I think they would have a point where they would have a fight about this. Okay. Like, why don't you just tell him the truth? Mm-hmm. But I don't think she's ready to do that.
Yeah.
Because that means she'd been lying to her parents for how many years?
Yeah.
And that's a lot. So that's the Harry Potter rom-com. Meet the Muggles.
I love it.
Following Ron and Hermione.
So far, you got the best title.
Hey.
I don't even think I revealed the title of mine. But
what's the title of yours?
Midnight Reprieve. John Wick.
You seemed hesitant, like you just didn't want to say it.
I don't want to commit to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can still change the name.
Meet the Muggles.
Meet the Muggles
is great.
It rolls off the tongue.
I want that movie now.
We'll make it
this Christmas.
Once this podcast, starts blowing up, we will fund this movie, and we'll make it.
Yeah, I mean,
with Rupert Grint
Emma Watson,
and
Rupert Grint, they'll probably be in their 60s at this point.
That's fine. Well, I hope it doesn't take that long.
We'll de-age them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
Meet the Muggles.
All right. What else we got?
All right, that was a good one, Travis.
Thank you.
Muggles.
Meet the Muggles.
I'm in for that one.
Coming to a theater near you
in
2042.
No, I love that one. Okay, so I got one more.
Okay.
Gonna take you on a little bit of a journey on this one.
I'm ready to go.
Before I reveal what franchise. Okay.
Okay, I like it.
All right, here we go. So the film starts like a classic romantic comedy set in a charming small town. We follow Emma Riley, a smart but introverted high school senior with a passion for old horror movies. She's content living a quiet life, keeping to herself and avoiding unnecessary drama. Then she meets Jay Carter, the charming new guy in town, in a meet-cute moment. Maybe an accidental coffee spill, mix-up at a bookstore, or a playful debate over the best horror movie of all time. Despite her guarded nature, Emma finds herself drawn to Jake, and a sweet, awkward romance begins to blossom between them. Meanwhile, in the background of the love story, the town is buzzing about a shocking recent murder. A crime of passion, seemingly random, and without a clear connection to anything. People gossip about it at school and around town, but the murder is brushed off as an isolated tragedy. Emma and Jake grow closer, sharing romantic moments, playful banter, and heart-to-hearts. Everything feels almost too perfect. Then, in the film's second act, two major twists completely change the tone.
Okay.
Jake, our main male protagonist,
Yes.
is the new Ghostface killer.
Oh man.
He's been orchestrating everything from the start, carefully luring Emma in for his own twisted plan. The recent murder wasn't random at all. It was his first kill, a warm-up for something much bigger. The second twist, Emma isn't just any girl.
Oh no.
She's Emma Prescott, the daughter of Sidney Prescott. Raised under an assumed last name to protect her from her mother's traumatic past, Emma never fully understood why her family kept moving or why her mother was so overprotective. Now she realizes the nightmare she was unknowingly born into.
That's
It's
good.
the Scream franchise.
That's good. That's real good.
I feel like Scream lends itself to messing with genres.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, this one isn't quite a full-on romantic comedy.
It is for a while.
It's kind of, you know, for the first act at least, it's a rom-com, and then flips you on your head.
Hey, I love that. You get one genre for half the movie and then another at the end. I'm on board.
And I don't know how they make this without anyone knowing it's a Scream movie, but that's what I desperately want.
I mean, basically, if you just follow them for a while,
Yeah.
and you never really focus on the murder besides the buzz
Yeah.
that you hear,
I mean,
can see it happen.
It would be impossible not to market a Scream movie.
Right,
So
yeah.
people would know what it is, but like,
hey, that's it. You can just tell the marketing team, we're making a bold choice here. We're keeping this a secret.
we're making the bold choice to make no money.
To make nobody see this until the first person sees it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, obviously marketing has to market it as a Scream movie, but for the people who somehow missed this movie.
Hey, you could get it in a festival and kind of be pretty unknown. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, the title doesn't have to fit into what world it's in.
What if that's how you do it? It's not initially titled a Scream movie.
Yeah.
Until the end credits, it's Scream.
Yeah. So that's how you get away with it.
Yeah.
And then once it gets the buzz from the festivals, you got him.
Exactly.
I mean, all you have to do is have one audience have that experience.
Yeah.
And that's worth it.
And that's in the marketing campaign.
Yeah, you showed that audience reacting to
Audiences are shocked.
the love was just too strong to bear. I like
The
it.
most shocking rom-com of all time.
I love it. I love it. That's definitely a different take.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Again, the rom-com of it all,
For a little bit.
it's a little loose.
Yeah.
I feel like this one maybe has more rom-com than John Wick does. John Wick's a little just more
John Wick's more of like
romance,
a rom-dram,
but yeah.
romantic drama.
Yeah. I caught it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I caught it.
you got it. Well, I didn't think I said it right, so I had to make sure.
A rom-dram.
I was like, did I just have a stroke? I might have. That's a good one, Will. I
Yeah.
like it. I'm
Yeah.
on board. All right. My final one.
Okay.
I can't keep mine secret for as long as you did because
Yeah.
the names will give it away. So,
Sure.
all right. This is a sequel to a kind of a horror thriller movie. So kind of what the direction you went with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's a little different. The movie's called Love Bites, a romantic sequel to Silence of the Lambs. Okay?
This is going to be twisted.
It's a fun ride. All right, Act 1, a chance encounter. Introductions. It's been a few years since their intense encounter. Clarice has moved up in the FBI and is now a respected agent. Unexpected reunion. Clarice attends a high-profile FBI event where unexpectedly meets Hannibal Lecter. He managed to escape again, but peacefully.
Sure.
He got out.
He manipulated his way out.
he
somehow.
just talked his way out, and they didn't realize it. And they're like, yeah, whatever.
It's rom-com logic.
That's right.
Yeah.
And is now living under a new identity as a gourmet chef in a small, picturesque town.
What's he cooking, Travis?
Well, I don't know yet, Will. Despite their complicated history, there's an undesirable chemistry between Clarice and Hannibal. She's torn between her duty as an FBI agent and her growing attraction to him.
Oh.
See?
Clarice.
She just couldn't resist. She couldn't resist. He's too charming.
There was always something there.
There's always something there. All right, cooking up a romance, Act 2. The cooking class. Hannibal, now going by his new name, hosts a cooking class where Clarice reluctantly attends, undercover, of course. They bond over their shared love of fine cuisine. Hannibal reveals that he genuinely is reformed and harbors deep feelings for Clarice beyond his culinary pursuits. Clarice starts to question her own feelings, aims to the danger of her job. As the relationship blossoms, Clarice faces pressure from her FBI colleagues, who are hunting down Hannibal once again. She must decide whether to protect him or to bring him to justice. Hannibal confesses his past sins to Clarice and expresses a desire to start a new life with her. Clarice confronts her conflict emotions and decides to trust her heart. In a daring move, Hannibal prepares a lavish dinner for Clarice, showcasing his genuine love and desire for a normal life with her. It's a mix of suspense and romance as they navigate their unconventional relationship. Their story ends on a hopeful note as Clarice and Hannibal face the future together, navigating the complexity of love, trust, and their unique bond.
After eating the entire FBI.
After eating the FBI, so no one's hunting him anymore.
So this story, is she converted to being a cannibal as well?
You know, I think she's open to it because her love for him is just too strong.
Yeah, she's open. She's open-minded.
She's an open...
We're past the initial fear. Now we're into some cannibal hijinks.
This is definitely one that would make no money, but be interesting.
It would make money for me.
2 tickets,
Yeah.
me and you. It would be fun. It'd be
Yeah.
a fun little.
It reminds me kind of did you ever see Santa Clarita Diet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of like that.
What protective of the human eater? Yeah.
I think they would have to come to terms that they couldn't host too many gatherings with other people, because I feel like the temptation for him, even though his love for her is so strong, it would be there.
I'm imagining the trailer, like, you ever seen those like reworked trailers where they take like a horror movie and make it a comedy? Or like, I'm seeing that in this version, like the Sounds of the Lambs trailer,
for sure,
with the funny music and like oh, yeah.
So that's my second sequel.
I think yours is the most deranged of the 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty twisted.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought it'd be funny. I was trying to think of what is something that is definitely not considered romance or comedy.
You nailed it.
And I think I got it.
Yeah.
I think you
not a
did
lot
too.
of romance or comedy.
No.
In yours.
I mean, Scream doesn't have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of comedy.
It got some comedy.
But it's more over the top. Like, it's funny because of the circumstances and less like.
Yeah.
It is always funny. Like, I don't think everyone finds the things in Scream funny.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So those are our romantic comedy sequels.
Yeah.
That will be coming soon.
Yeah.
We're working on them.
I would see every one of these.
I would too.
I love it. I love it when, a certain genre flips everything on its head and becomes something else. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for a new take on a genre, because it is hard to come up with new ideas. So I think we're to the point where start doing stuff like this. We'll keep ideas fresh for a while, even though it's sequels still. It's different. It's not your typical sequel.
Yeah.
Or reboot. It's it's kind of a reboot.
It's a reboot.
You definitely would get a different audience.
Yeah.
The second time around.
Maybe no audience.
Maybe a really different audience and non-existent.
Yeah.
All right, Will. That's it. That's what we got. Valentine's coming up.
It's a fun one.
That's a good one.
A little bit of romance. We like all genres around here.
That's right. I like every genre of movie. As long as it's movie, I'm in.
What are some of your favorite rom-coms? Leave us a comment. Tell us what are some of your faves. Leave us a like. Leave us a subscribe. Come back and check us out.
Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, this is the Cinema Clubhouse.
That was bad. That was really bad.
We suck at intros and
Yeah. Let me try that one again. Hold on.
Okay.
What did I say before?
You're just like, yeah. So let us know what your favorite rom-coms are in the comments below.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let us know what some of your favorite rom-coms are in the comments below. Leave us a like, subscribe to the channel if you like to see things like this or recastings or top 5 lists. This has been fun, Travis.
It's always fun, Will. Until next time.
Cinema Clubhouse.
That's us. An intellectual... I can't say intellect... I'm not saying that word. Intellectual. I can't say it. I'm skipping it. I wrote it. Fuck it. I'll do it live. Will, you did so good. I just can't read. Okay. Hannibal. Oh, I can't do it. It's so hard. How'd you do so good? This is why I didn't read the last one.
I don't know if I did.
I think you did. Hannibal. Subtly? I was going to say suddenly. Oh, Will.
Just don't say subtly.
I know. I just don't say anything.
Just don't say
I'll just quit.
Hannibal uncovers.
Oh. Uncovering feelings. This is why I didn't read the Harry Potter one. I just paraphrased.